Good morning, everybody. We got something very exciting that I'm about to open up. So I'm not even done my last axe. I'm still making that video on the plum, but this is what we've got here. So we're gonna do this unboxing right now and see what we've got. So this was actually sent to me from James Honaker, who's Honaker Blacksmithing, but I believe it was paid for and kind of gifted to me from a guy named Cade. We go back and forth on Instagram, and he got one very similar. We floated the idea a lot about him sending me a head to rehang for him and send it back to him. I believe he got his axe from Honaker, and then he asked if I want one as well, and maybe I'll rehang his or not, but I think he hung his own, and he still decided he'd like to send me another one. So without further ado, let's crack on into this and see what we find. It must be sharp, as it looks like it cut through both of the cardboard sheaths that were made for it. Okay, and then we got his business card here. Very cool. And there it is. I believe this is Honaker's 5-pound splitting axe. We'll do a close-up of the profile and everything like that. So it's just a very big bullet profile, essentially. It is definitely convex. So this should make a great splitting axe. There's kind of a close-up. There's a good shot of it. And then we've got his stamp there. He's got a very nice edge on it. It's razor sharp, no burr. I like these blacksmith heads where it's kind of like where they sharpened it mixes in with you know, that blacksmith look already, and I just think that's kind of a cool look. I like that even though we are kind of slimmer here, it fans out on the top and bottom. It actually hooks down. So we probably have a 5-inch span here on the bit. Yeah, so actually 5.5-inch span on the bit, which is nice. That's like Tassie's. That's like a lot of Tassie's. This actually has a wider fan than, say, this Tassie here. It's got a wider bit. Looks like it'll work very well. It does have a very big eye, so I might be a little limited on which handle. Very, very interesting axe. I think it's very cool, made in USA. Anything blacksmith is pretty cool. So I'm very excited about this. Thank you, Cade, for making this happen. And thanks to Honaker for, for making the axe. Very sweet. Thank you, guys. Oh, we're at one of the most critical parts. What does it weigh in at? I believe it was supposed to be a 5-pounder. Look at that. It's about 5 pounds, 2 ounces. Very nice. And we're back. So, I shot the unboxing yesterday. Honaker Blacksmithing. I think he's been around for a while. I know he makes Jeff Schroeder's axes. He makes a lot of axes for a lot of people, from what I can see. I've had this since yesterday. I keep looking at it. I'm really excited to haft it. And just want to do a quick shout out to Honaker. I haven't used this axe yet, but I can tell you right now it's going to work. It's got the profile for it. It totally does. Chunky profile. And rather short. So it's almost a stubby, kind of like a stubbier splitter with a great profile. And his quality of work is very nice, I got to say. Just the overall quality, the finish of it, the look of it. He's done a really nice job with this. Look at that pull on it. I could totally just, you know, zip, polish that to a mirror. But I'm not. I'm leaving it exactly as is. And I'm going to hang it on the flagship. I was thinking maybe Sheriff. I was going back and forth. Here, we'll just talk about this for a sec. I was going back and forth on maybe hanging it on the Sheriff. But I think there's a lot of work involved. It is, like I was saying, it is kind of a stubbier splitter. If I got it right down, it wouldn't look bad. but it does look a little small on there. I'd have to do a lot of thinning out of this handle. And to be honest with you, I mean, this is the only Sheriff I've got at the moment. And I think I have an axe idea for that. I've got a bunch of flagships. This is my favorite handle to use. And my favorite handle to haft. I'll keep saying it. So I think we'll go flagship. It suits it better. And I think it's just gonna be a lot of fun. This is gonna be a personal axe for me. So why not make it, you know, with the handle that I love so much and make something kind of cool out of it. Really excited to test this out, I'll be honest with you, and see how she performs. So I'm gonna pick a defective handle. I'm gonna pick the handle that I can find with the worst run out. If it's got a bit of heartwood in there, I'll be even happier, as that's kind of my style. But like, oh my goodness, what is this? See, that's got run out there, but it's not entirely on the bottom. So that's still a very strong handle. Bit of run out on the top, but it's kind of just over to the side. So that doesn't scare me as much. But I want one with really bad run out, if there is any in here. Okay, I don't think he sent us any that were absolutely terrible, you know, but this has got that kind of 45-degree grain, I guess you'd call that. It's actually got some really nice, I love the look of this stuff. Very sexy. It's got run out on the top, run out on the bottom here. This will be the handle I choose. Because, you know, if it breaks on me, I can rehang it. You know, I'd rather save the best of the best for the ones that I sell. I don't need straight up and down grain. And I'd like to, you know, kind of form my own opinion on how scary this stuff really is for splitting and everyday use. I know, like, banging wedges, if you're really banging wedges hard every day, you do kind of want to straight up and down, from what I understand. You don't really want that brutal run out going. But I think this would hold great for splitting. That's the theory, and that's a good one for me. So anyways, that's going to be the handle I use. Very exciting. So there's no sharpening, there's no profiling, there's no polishing, there's no wire wheeling. This head is done. It was sent to me like this. Awesome full bit, very sharp. It's at about a 25-degree straight grind, so this thing can probably grab wood, no problem. It does get really fat real quick, so we'll see about that. But yeah, this thing's ready to go. All it needs is a haft. So let's just get right into it. Why not? Kind of makes me chuckle, some of these blacksmith heads. I actually quite like it. All that means is it's going to be more wood to metal kind of contact. But look how big this eye is. So I'm going to square off the back a little bit. I'm sorry that won't focus for you guys. There, it kind of is there. I hope you can see that. I'm just going to square off the back just a little bit and then take from the front. And then it's probably going to be, once I get the front and the back dealt with, it might just be a matter of sinking it all the way to the bottom, all the way to the haft, because we have the width already, and then just tweaking a couple things. This could be a very quick haft because of how big that eye is. So no complaints from me. I actually like it. Really do. Okay, so it is wanting to shoot off hard to the left here. So you can probably see that. It is shooting off pretty hard that way, so I'm just working on getting it over. Because I picked a handle that's almost exact dimensions wise, I'm gonna be a little bit limited. If I picked like the Sheriff handle, I could have completely shifted. It's just naturally wanting to head that way. So that's okay. I think we'll be able to get it very close. I don't know if we'll get her dead square, but we're gonna do our absolute best to do so. And I'm not very far in. I'm like 20 minutes in, and we're already getting down to the shoulder. So let's see if we can't get that squared away get it nice and straight, and then maybe I'll see if we can even go do some splitting later today, see what Buckin's up to, see if he wants to go do some. Because I'm really excited to test this out. It's looking pretty cool on that handle. So here's where I'm at. I'm having to really kick it over like this, like that. So I'm gonna end up with a lot of room here and very little here. I keep just working myself over and over. So that's fairly straight there now. It's interesting, it's, the eye doesn't look punched too bad from first, you know, when you first look at it, but I'll try to explain something. I don't know if we can see it in the camera well. It's hard because it's a big round eye, right? But it is shooting, oh, come on. The eye is shooting like this, and so it's wanting to kick me over, but I'm getting it close. I don't know if we'll be able to fill all our gaps with this handle in particular, just because I am having to work it over so much. I've heard from a lot of blacksmiths, it seems like, and when you look at the vintage heads too, the biggest companies in the world, and you still get a lot of eyes that are just really way out to whack. So this is workable. If I had a bigger handle like the Sheriff, this would be no problem. But considering it's a big eye and I'm using the flagship right now, I am gonna have to kink it. I'm gonna have to kick it quite a bit, and I don't know if we'll fill all of our gaps. But that's okay. We'll make it work either way. So as hopefully you can see, I've had to work it over quite a bit by taking material from this side and pushing it over. And then on the top here, just kind of twisting and cranking it over so the top goes this way. Yeah, we've managed to get it very straight. I wouldn't say not perfect, not dead straight, but it's very, very straight. And yeah, it's looking all right. So I'm running out of room here on the shoulder. I can't really go much more. So I will just do one more on and off and finish off this handle, and then we'll get to using it. Okay, I just talked to Buckin, and he wants to go splitting like ASAP. So I'm gonna just do a bit of a speed run on this axe. You can see our coverage is great on this side. We're lacking a little bit here, but it's actually closer than it looks. With a little bit of a tweak in the vise, it actually goes 90+% there. I'm just gonna hang it. I'm just gonna kind of work all this with the belt sander, and just go kind of rough with it. I might end up rehafting it on a Sheriff in the future, but for the meantime, I'm just gonna get this thing hung. Is it gonna be my prettiest work? Probably not. Usually I spend hours just finishing off the handle, but we're gonna thin it out quick, work the palm swell a little bit, and just get her going. I want to use this thing, and Buckin's ready now. So let's get her done. Okay, I think we're about 20 minutes since we started the speed run. It's coming out good, all things considered. I actually quite like, I just kind of came up with this on the palm swell, and it's actually come out very, very nice. So, I think we have time for a quick burn, so I'm gonna burn it, and then we'll get a wedge in it. Okay, I'm quite liking this. We've actually got it extremely straight. Perfect, almost perfect. I think we might be going just a little bit to the left, which is what we've been struggling with this whole time. But it's, honestly, it's totally acceptable. And yeah, everything's looking good. For just slamming this handle out, I'm actually very happy with how it came out. I'm just gonna throw a big fat wedge in it. We've got a lot of room to fill. We've got a lot of room to fill. I've got a fairly large wedge. So we're gonna give it a go. Am I too thick? I might be a bit. And this feels kind of like softwood. So this is very unusual to how most my axe builds go. Usually it's a very long, slow, tedious process. And I'm only using the best of the best. But I've got run out on this handle. I've gone super thin. The head is beautiful. We're sitting straight, so that's good. And then I'm using I think this is a softwood wedge in there. So also very unusual, but who cares? Where's my wedge? Big chunker, big chunky wedge. Okay, which side was, there we are. That will do. I'm still rolling, still looking good. Okay, good. Got some heavy chamfering in the back and in the front here, so there might be a bit of an illusion of a gap, but I've still got a little bit to go, and it should go. We're pretty much closing up. So there's also chamfers all around these outside edges too. So we also got a bit of an illusion going there, but I think I should be able to sink this with my wedge banger over here. So let's do that. Almost time to swing it. Almost. Nice bit of mushrooming though. Either way, we sunk the front all the way. I think I may have even just bottomed out there. So either way, very happy with that. Let's clean her up. All right, that's come out pretty good. Let's give it a quick coat of the Watka, and then we'll go and use it. I'm liking this a lot so far. I'll be honest, I really am. This has all come out good. Maybe a little bit of touch up later, but this is my axe. I'm not selling this thing. I'm keeping it. So, yeah, that came out quite nice. Very nice, actually. Beauty.
But here's the thing. Look at this. I mean, it really is nice. Splitting wood for me is not all. bet that works nice, eh, Luke?
Yeah, it works very nice.
Luke.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it actually works so good.
This thing's crazy sharp. So sharp.
I like this axe fucking.
I'll bet you do. Nimble. Feeling good?
Yeah.
Short and stout.
Yep.
Very interesting.
This Honaker grabs nice.
Yeah, I'll
Yeah.
bet.
Very nice.
Yeah, because it's flat for a bit.
Yeah. Exactly. These smaller chopping blocks make me nervous.
Which, the what? Oh,
Yeah.
why is that?
I just, you know, it's like.
Oh, you mean smaller diameter?
Yes. We're getting it.
But I've been,
Really just
I've been
bend the
watching
knees.
you. You've been bending your knees
Yeah,
way more.
Way more. I don't do this weird thing anymore either. Like when
For whatever you want, but I don't want to be. This is a nice. This is a nice axe, Luke. This one.
yeah, considering what it was, right?
Oh, it's really nice. Sometimes these little guys, Luke, are almost better to split them like this.
Really? Yeah.
Sometimes. It's so funny.
Okay. So I just came back splitting and gave this Honaker axe a really, really good run. I ran it for a good hour or so, and then Buckin was running it for quite a while too. And Mr. Honaker, I don't know if you're watching, if this video will make it to you or not. I'm extremely, extremely impressed with this axe that you've put out. I don't know, I believe this is just his his 5-pound splitter. I believe that's what it is. Someone correct me if I'm wrong. Maybe this is something else, but I believe that's all he calls it, is just his 5-pound splitter. And I believe this is kind of his style and kind of the pattern that he's come up with. It's quite unique with this hook that comes down. It's short and it's stubby, which I really like. Like, I was using that, I was using the Honaker axe. And then the other axe I brought out was this Kazi here. Short, stubby, great profile on it. And there's something about these. They split so good. And I was really, really impressed with this one too. But that's not the point of this video. Point of the video is the Honaker axe. My only real critique of the axe would be that off-center eye. It was fairly off-center. I was able to work it and get it straight, and it wasn't too big of a deal. But because of how big his eyes are as well, it ends up getting close with the handle. So I think I was able to get all my gaps on the bottom, but it was real close on the one side that I wasn't working. And when I was working, I was trying to work it on this side to kind of kick it over, if that makes sense. But it hung nicely. This is a personal axe, and I just whipped up this handle real quick, made it real nice and thin and whippy. We got a thin spot right here in the middle. I really like this axe. I really, really like it. So big shout out to Honaker. Thank you, Cade, for making it happen, setting this up, and sending me this head. I'm very, very grateful for that. Thank you to everyone that's watching, and thank you, Mr. Honaker. You done a great job. That was a lot of fun making this axe, swinging this axe, and it's one that I'll probably be taking out a lot more in the near future. So really lovely axe. And I also, it's 25 degrees, right? So it's a 25 degree straight grind from what I can tell. But because of how chunky it is, it was still very strong. You could stick wood with it. It's all just a matter of feel. It was really on the tip here. I found you could stick wood quite easy, but just like any axe, I mean, certain axes are different. This one, if you want to stick wood with it, you got to hit her pretty hard. You got to actually hit it with some force. Some axes that I make, you can just kind of tap the wood and move it around. It's all personal preference, and every axe is different. This one stuck wood great. The edge held up really, really nice. We could probably do a close-up on that. Really nice. And, I wasn't on a chopping block the whole time. So there was a little bit of mishits and stuff like that. And it all held up really nice. In all, I'm super impressed with Honaker's work. And, that's all I can say. And this style is growing on me, I'll be honest. It is growing on me a bit. So it's a very, very usable axe. And I mean, it's a 5-pound splitter. That's exactly what it does. I didn't get stuck, not even once. Not even like tough to pull out, just because of how chunky this profile is. It just wasn't happening. So thank you so much for watching. I love all of you. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.